Are y'all ready for this? Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great evening. This is an impromptu stream that I wanted to do. Um, I've been thinking about it for quite a while. My mods don't even know I'm doing it yet. So after I get it up and set up to premiere about, I'm thinking about 8:30, I'm gonna have to let them know that I've done this. So over the course of the past, I'll say couple weeks, I've been doing a lot of thinking. And the thing that I kept coming back to was some stuff that Bliss Chris had said to me. And I'm not going to share that because it was in a private chat. But I kept coming back to that Bliss. And the more I thought about it, I was like, oh God, she's right. She is so right. So I still took some time to think and thought about what I wanted to do with this channel and how I wanted to do it. So 16 days ago, I started doing 30 shorts in 30 days. And obviously, they've been getting, a lot of views and stuff, and several comments along the way. But I was trying to find a passion, something that, that I could do with this channel that would make it worthwhile and meaningful. Not going back and forth with other creators, creating havoc, because that's not meaningful or doesn't have a purpose for anybody. It's just arguing back and forth about the same stuff over and over and over again. And all it does is causes sleepless nights, and it causes hurt feelings. And, and I'm not talking about hurting who you argue with. I'm talking about, you know, your subscribers and what they think and how they feel about it. So I just felt like I needed to do something different. I needed to put that stuff totally behind me, which is what I should have done from the get-go, from the jump, um, when I left from uh, the other channel that I was on before. It wasn't my channel, but it's another channel that I co-hosted some. If you know, you know, right? Um, and I, and I just felt like, this is what I needed to do. So this is what we're going to do. This is what I'm going to do. It doesn't matter to me if I don't ever get monetized, although I'm well on my way. Um, I think right now I'm at like 715 subs. I've gotten 16 this past week just off of shorts alone. And way nearly at 2,000 watch hours. So that's, that's well on the way to being there. But still, it doesn't matter. This is a hobby. This is fun. This is a platform for everybody where we should try to do good in a world right now that's completely turned upside down. We are on the verge of, um, oh gosh, going to war again, or maybe not like boots on the ground war, but I know everybody watches the news, or maybe you don't. I do. Everybody knows I'm a news junkie. That's very unsettling. There's a lot of things in the world that are unsettling, and having unsettling purposely putting something unsettling in your life is about the dumbest thing that I've ever heard of. So I'm going to stop that. Now, I'm not saying that I won't ever defend somebody, because I can promise you, if I see anybody that I have any type relationship with online getting attacked and or mistreated, I will be right there standing beside them. That's ugh, that kind of stuff just needs to stop. Do something, do something. It's better to do something good than not. So, well, we're gonna go with this channel. Um, you should be able to tell by some of the um, shorts that I've shared. I really think homelessness, that's a major issue, not just in the United States of America, but everywhere. I did one for Canada. In the UK, I mean, everywhere there's homelessness. And everybody, everybody is just one step away from becoming homeless. If your if your major breadwinner in your household lost their job tomorrow, would you be able to hold out until they could find another job of equal pay and stuff? And how long would you be able to hold out? How long would you be able to do that? That's how a lot of people are becoming homeless. They're becoming homeless. Females are becoming homeless over divorce. There's a divorce, and the husband has basically put them out and quit caring, or whatever the case may be. I've been watching so many videos. Um, but being a product of divorce, being a product of any kind of violence at home or abuse at home, any kind, can render someone homeless. Teenagers, young teenagers, are leaving their homes and becoming homeless because they just can't live at home anymore. And then there's whole families, that could have been renting something for years and years and years and years, and they're on they're living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck, and all of a sudden the landlord decides he wants to up their rent by $300, and they just can't do it. So then not only them, not only mama and daddy, but the children are also homeless. We're going to watch some videos on that stuff. We're going to try to make a difference. There's so much you can do. So much you can do. And it's not about, you know, donating money. You can donate your time. You can go work at a soup kitchen. You can go hand out water and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to people that you see on the street. And you can get a small congregation to help you, and before you know it, you're doing great things in your own communities to help, homeless people. That's one thing we're going to be going into. Another thing that I've been looking into and is online narcissistic behavior, or it's narcissistic online behavior. Anyway, it's NOB. Um, and it's rampant. And it may be rampant because people just want it to be, you know, maybe they're not truly narcissist. But I can tell you this, having having watched some of other videos of people that have done videos about narcissism, I realized like 3 days ago that for 16 years of my life I was married to a narcissist. I mean, I can check every box of anything that I've seen. And that shook me to my core when I finally figured that out. We're going to look into, we're going to be looking into that. Um, I guess Spackle had made a comment that that was kind of an armchair diagnosis, and I'm sure it can be because I think narcissism is a clinic, maybe it's a mental diagnosis, I guess. Um, and so you can label anybody, if you want to label somebody a narcissist, fine, but like I said before, maybe they're not. Maybe that's their persona online, but it's an ugly persona to have online, right? So we're going to be looking at that. We're going to be looking at some other um, uh, mental health issues too that, maybe we can help with. Maybe we can, you never know. You never know when you're going to be able to reach somebody and to help somebody just a little bit. So we're going to do that. Um, we're going to look at freshening up your content. This AI is taking over, right? It's taking over. And I've just have been exploring a little bit of AI and using a little bit of AI. And man, it is something else. So, I was sitting talking to my daughter the other day, and I can remember, not that long ago, it seems like it was just yesterday. The only time that I could ever find peace was to get in my car and go because, we didn't have a cell phone or whatever. That and like I said, that hadn't been long ago. I mean, I was, trucking and stuff then. Trucking and escorting and moving mobile homes everywhere. And we would have to stop and use a payphone, to call into dispatch and stuff. So that's just crazy to me. Crazy. But that's just a few things. Oh, and game nights. I'm going to bring some game nights back. Teresa had made a comment that she really enjoyed those. So we, may bring some game nights back on occasion. Just kind of do this all on occasion or when I find something good. I do want to start out though with um, the homelessness epidemic. And I think how we're going to do it is I will start, just in general, homelessness in general, and then we'll start breaking it down into subcategories like children, young adults, single women, single men, living in their cars. They're living in shelters. They are literally sleeping on the streets, on the hard concrete, on a bench, you know. And it's not only is it a sad situation, it's dangerous too. So, but anyhow, that's what I've been thinking about. That's what I'm going to do. And I hope that you'll all continue to follow along, and I hope that you'll all contribute too. And another thing I'm going to do after I get done recording this, I am going to go and put up a community post because I've always wanted to do this. I've always talked about it and I procrastinated. I haven't ever done it, but I'm going to put up a community post and I would like for you to comment your birthday if you want your birthday to be recognized. Get a shout out and I can sing you happy birthday. Um, but that's only if you want to get recognized. Just put the month and the day. Don't want to know how old you are unless you want to share how old you are. But guys, I've just decided I've gotten too old to be arguing with idiots online. Idiots that think that, it's okay to post something and try to tell you that, you know, since when can you not pick up your phone and call whoever you want to call? Since when can you not pick up your phone and talk to exactly who you want to talk to? You know, I'm 61 years old. I'm going to pick up my phone, and if I want to talk to Alice or Pork Chop or Joan or Sue or anybody, I'm going to pick up my phone and I'm going to call them and I'm going to talk to them. And that's okay. I'm not embroiled in the middle of any kind of court cases. I'm not intimidating witnesses. I don't care. I don't care. You know? Anyway, I think maybe we may do a live on Sunday night, possibly, or maybe before then. I don't know. I'm ready to get going, and that's why I did this. And I hope that, God, I hope I haven't jumped all over the place. But if you're in doubt, I'm always available. I'm always online. You can get me on Twitter. You can leave a comment in my comment section. I check that all the time. If you have a question, a concern, just get up with me and we'll come to an understanding. How's that? Okay? All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I hope everybody has a great rest of their evening. I'll be in the comments when this goes live, so I'll talk to y'all then, okay? Y'all have a good night. Bye.